Hey everybody, it's the 12 Days of Christmas, day 6. Welcome back. This was supposed to be a quick little video, and after I started pulling my samples and what I wanted to show you today, it kept growing and growing because I want to give you a lot of options. So today's today's special is going to be not only the shaker elements that we sell, but also some adhesives and some slimline items. So something for scrapbookers, something for card makers, and something for all paper crafters. So let's get started. So let's start with the basic of shakers. Hopefully everybody knows what a shaker is. This is one of the shakers I have that is on a page. You can see there, done that page. This is nice because I could stamp behind it before I actually built the shaker. I'll take that out of the page protector here. So a shaker basically is some sort of shape where we filled it with something, whether it's paper, sequins, beads, gems, whatever, and then we've put a piece of acetate on top and then covered that so you can't see the actual adhesive down below, if you're not familiar with shakers. But as you can see that lifts just slightly off the page, not too much. So this one, actually, I have a piece of an item that I cut out and then I stamped on it, and then that's the base of my shaker. This one, I just did some ink underneath and added some sequins on that one. This is a birthday page. This one you can see the stitched markings on the cover that covers it. Again, this one just has basic cardstock under it and some more sequins. And then this is, you can go even one step further. This whole page is a shaker. I don't know if you can see that. Now the cool thing about something this big is I've actually glued a lot of the sequins down. Okay, you can see the sequins. I've glued some of them down so that when it's in my book, they're not all sitting at the bottom because it's been sitting flat, or I'm sorry, it's been standing up in on my bookshelf. So this, I just cut a large Cricut shape out. You could do, however you want to cut out shapes. We've just got adhesive along the edges, and I'll show you how I did that in a minute, and then added the sequins, and then actually I used a page protector as my acetate. So you don't have to use actual acetate. I used a page protector, and that's how I got my large shaker here. I did not bring any card samples today, but you can do the same for cards. So let's talk about the filler. So for filler, we'll start there. I've got sequins. They are $6 each, or $6.50 depending on, I think these are old prices. So I will honor the old prices. Remember, everything's 40% off, but the gold and silver should be $6.50 in the new catalog. I'll honor the $6 price. We have melon. We have the flower confetti. I still have some of the wild berry left. And I think this is my last package of rose gold. So if anyone wants that at 40% off, you can get those. We also have star confetti. Okay. Right there. Whoops. I had down that this was my last one, but it's not. This one, I can still order both of these. So these are fun because they're little stars. And then we have gems. And these come in 5 different colors. And that'll put a little sparkle if you're not into sequins. And they come in Lagoon, Candy Apple. We've got the grape, mulberry, and then this is a clear. Okay, you can mix and match these. That's fun. Okay, so how do we get our shapes? So the most basic, and we've had this for a while. If you don't have one yet, this is the time to get it 40% off. It cuts your basic circle. It cuts that piece that goes on top. And then we have these two that will cut confetti. So if you don't want to use the sequins or the stars or the loose gems, or you want to cut your own color, or if you're doing a card or a page that you want some flowers or some hearts in your shaker, that works really well. Trying to think what else I was going to say. You can do it out of paper or any material. You've got some glitter paper, you could do that. This is the shaker window and confetti die cut. It's $24, so we'll take 40% off that. And then this is your foam, and this is the outer circle that you're going to use. And then the inside, you've just got more foam tape for any other project. You get 6 of those and an acetate circle. They're in here somewhere. I can feel them. There we go. piece of acetate. Okay, so those are normally $5.50. Then if you want to get super creative, you can also do them in a heart shape. We've got the heart foam and acetate, and we have the star, and we do still sell the star acetate. I've just sold out, but I'm still honoring that. So if you see something on my website that fits this category, feel free to put it down on the video below, and you can include it in the 40% off sale. So the heart is $5. The thin cuts, the shaker thin cuts is $24. Again, you get 2 centers that will cut out different hearts for you to make in your shaker in addition to that bottom piece. And then this is the cover, the stitch cover that will cover up this outside foam that's going to hold the whole thing together. Remember, the foam in the inside you can use on any project. It's a bonus. The stars are $24. We'll take 40% off. And I'm guessing, I'm probably pretty sure this may be an old price, but look online, and remember I just add tax and we'll take 40% off of that. If you're into slimline, whoops, come back here, slimline, I have 2 different slimline dies in dies in stock. I have the heart and I have the rectangle. And these make really good shaker cards. You don't have to use them for shaker. These are nice because you can use these just to cut different colors of cardstock or pattern paper to make your slimline. But they also work nice with slimline. So with that, we also have the slimline foam. Okay, so you get the outside big rectangle. Inside you get all that free foam that you can use on any project. And this is $16.25. We'll take 40% off of that. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like there's 6 of those, and the acetates are in there too. The hearts are $21.75. The rectangle is $21.75. And I also have on my website, which I will honor, the slimline circle windows and the square windows. So basically what that is, it's a big rectangle, and then it's got 3 circles in it or 3 squares, and they're also $21.75. Okay, and if you're a standard card maker, we also have the oval frame and the curved rectangle frame, both the die cut and the foams. They're available on my website. And they look similar to this, but not exact. This is the rectangle. So you can do the rectangle. And again, if you just want to make a basic card, that's the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. That's what this will fit. The stitched rectangle frames are $29.25. And then the coordinating foam tape. And now if you can see on this one, you get the outer frame. There's the inner frame and the small frame that you can use with these dies. Again, to pop, even if you just want to pop it up, once you cut it out, that's fine. If you want to make it a shaker, that works too. Then you get the extra foam. This one only, however, has 2 sheets in it, and the acetate, and they're $6. And then it comes in the square. The stitch square frames are $26. The acetate, again, you get 2 sheets, but you've got the large frame, the middle frame, and the inner frame. Now, if for some reason these sell out, or if you want to do one of these projects, remember you can always use 3D foam tape. And I saw a ton of the 3D foam tape. I use a lot of 3D foam tape. I like to pop up anything. So this 3D foam tape, thin, so that's the depth of it. But both packages come in a wide and a narrow, and they're $7.50. And they also come in dots. Okay, so if you look on my website and you prefer the dots, I will honor the 40% off on the 3D foam dots, which I know there's a couple of you buy up a lot of those foam dots. This is your time to stock up. Okay, now when you work with your shakers, you really should have an anti-static pouch. So if you don't have one of these, we're going to do this at 40% off. This is $11. This is what you're going to rub in the area when you're making your shaker. You're going to rub inside there before you put the acetate in the final final acetate top on, so that your stuff does not stick. Okay, so that's anti-static. Okay. Since I mentioned the adhesives, I have two adhesives I always like to mention. One is our adhesive tape runner. This is a close to my heart one, and for a long time, if you've been in my booth, I've talked about this or in one of my classes. This is a tape runner just like Tombow. However, it is a dot tape runner, and it is not refillable. And when they first came out with this, I said there's no way I'm buying that. I'm a Tombow junkie, love my Tombow refillable. One, it's hard to get Tombow refills right now for the old style. I know the Air ones are out there, but I like this because it's dots. And when I run it over something that's very intricate, some sort of silhouette or cricket cut, something that's got a lot of holes in it, if I was gluing this down just straight to a page and not necessarily, well, I guess this is glued on top of the acetate. So that's the acetate cover. It's nice because as I run it over, it will not stick where the holes are, and it will not stick on the mat below because it only sticks to paper. So I keep both this and my Tombow on my desktop, the long skinny strips. If you run it across that, you know, sometimes you get the excess glue on the table. This will not stick to the table, it'll stick just to the paper. So they're normally $7.50, 40% off this. And then I think people have forgotten about this. We don't make this anymore, but this was a huge seller. I have about a dozen broad tip glue pens left. This is our old blue glue, and this is great because it'll stick paper to anything, whether it's wood, metal, paper to paper, plastic. This is a fabulous glue, and I used to sell a ton of this. I have a little bit left in my inventory, trying to get rid of it. And then finally, I want to show you kind of a reverse shaker. I guess it's kind of a reverse. So let me show you in the catalog. This is in the current core catalog. This is page 56 and 57. And when I first got this, I was very confused because you see we have these dies, right? And they cut holes. They cut holes out of paper. But what's really cool is instead of building a shaker on top, which you could build this on top, you could build it underneath. This is designed to be built underneath. So if you see here the balloon, see how they've cut out the balloon? They've popped the whole card front, that whole rectangle up off the card with the foam tape, which is where your foam tape comes in handy. Or, yeah, you can use that foam tape. You could use any foam tape. Whether you buy, you know, like the rectangle or the slimline and use pieces of it, or use those little things. But the one thing we do sell that does work with these are these circles, and they will fit perfectly. So if I put one of these circle, it's a little bit smaller than the original. If I put that circle underneath and then where the balloon is, and then I can use the acetate. Because again, if you use regular foam tape, you got to have acetate. So really, if you use this, it's the best bet. And I don't have a price on that one. I think it's $4.50 before the 40% off. They've cut out the balloon. They've made it a shaker. They've put this circle underneath to support the shaker area. They've used the little squares to pop up the rest of the card. And then then they've also cut out another balloon and put it next to it. And that's how they've made this cute card. So you can see they've done the same thing with a heart. So we have the heart. Okay, it is a stitched heart for $7.50. They also have a complimentary stamp set if you want to use that. Okay, there's no die cut in this. It's just showing that it coordinates with this. Then they've just cut the heart out, popped it up using the circle, right? Filled it, acetate, used the extra squares to pop up the rest of it. Here's the blue one, the balloon one. Okay, this one also $7.50. These are just regular stamp sets. They're B-size stamp sets. I'm sorry, this one's a D. This one's a B. So I'd have to get you those prices. I don't know those off the top of my head, but we'll do 40% off because they're part of what I'm calling my shaker day. And then look at this cute star one. They did the same thing. They cut out a whole bunch of stars out of other cardstock, and then they made the whole card into a shaker. They have the coordinating stamp set. And again, these circles, if you put this down, then you can use that to pop up the shaker part and not worry about your sequins disappearing. So we have these, and like I said, I believe these are $4.50. Woo! Okay, that was a lot. I'm trying to go fast because it takes a long time to upload these videos otherwise. So if you have any questions, please post it in the notes. Remember, 40% off. You need to post today what you would like. If there's something that you think fits this category that I didn't include, ask. You know, it's easier to ask and have me say no than not ask at all. So, but I'll probably say yes because you know me. So again, thanks for joining. We'll see you tomorrow for day 7, and have a great day.